Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. The unexpected has happened, and the news is confirmed that Luka Doncic will be out for several games for the Lakers, injured in two areas, his hand and his leg. Lakers fans are sad and distressed because it's not easy to see your best player miss games, and we know that opponents both fear and respect Doncic. With LeBron James also out, the Lakers will miss the high-scoring performances provided by these two stars. A medical specialist reported that Luka Doncic will need at least 5 games to fully recover, but could play as little as 1 game with this type of injury. The Lakers will be without Doncic and LeBron James and will struggle to start the season. The Los Angeles Lakers, despite numerous injury absences, managed to defeat the Sacramento Kings. Austin Reaves had a monstrous performance, and Andre Ayton and Rui Hachimura had solid performances. Even with the absence of Luka Doncic and LeBron James, the Lakers excelled, and Austin Reaves proved to be the third star, performing at a high level and taking on the responsibility of leading the Lakers to a big victory. Los Angeles Lakers star Luka Doncic is expected to be sidelined for approximately 5 to 10 games due to a sprained left finger and a left leg injury. Doncic was initially listed as questionable for the Los Angeles Lakers game against the Sacramento Kings on Sunday night, but will instead be placed on the injured list. It's unclear when the injury occurred, but it's another major blow for a Lakers team already without LeBron James, who is dealing with sciatica and has no timetable for a return. James' absence was certainly felt in LA's season-opening loss to the Golden State Warriors, but Doncic's heroics led the Lakers to a blowout victory against the Timberwolves. Doncic's play in the first 2 games has been nothing short of MVP caliber. He's averaging a staggering 46 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 8.5 assists, and nearly achieved a triple-double in a 128-110 win over the Timberwolves, where he completely dismantled Minnesota's defense. Dr. Evan Jeffries, an NBA and NFL injury expert based in San Diego, told fans on X that even with an optimistic diagnosis, Doncic will likely need a ramp-up period before returning to full action. This likely means Luka won't be back exactly in a week, he'll need a ramp-up period, Jeffries wrote. Based on the Lakers' schedule, he could miss approximately 5 to 10 games. Doncic's injury comes amid historic start. The setback halts what had been one of the most explosive starts to a Lakers season in franchise history. Through 2 games, Doncic is averaging 46.0 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 8.5 assists, including a 49-point masterpiece in the Lakers' 128-110 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves on Friday. He also tallied 43 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists in a narrow season-opening loss to the Golden State Warriors. Doncic's first 2 performances made him the first player in Lakers history to score over 90 points across the team's first 2 games of a season. Lakers' depth faces its first test. Even with the encouraging medical outlook, the Lakers are entering a challenging stretch without Doncic, and still without LeBron James, who continues to deal with sciatic nerve irritation. Los Angeles will rely heavily on Austin Reaves, who has shown the ability to rise to the occasion in the past. Last season, Reaves dropped a career-high 45 points in a win over the Indiana Pacers when both Doncic and James were unavailable. DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart will also be expected to shoulder greater responsibility. Ayton is averaging 12.5 points and 7.0 rebounds on 66.7% shooting, while Smart has contributed 6.0 points and 1.5 steals per game through 2 contests. Doncic's conditioning and heavy workload in spotlight. The Lakers' next 10 days include tough matchups against the Kings, the vastly improved Portland Trail Blazers, a rematch with the Timberwolves, and the Memphis Grizzlies, but internally, there's growing confidence that Doncic won't be sidelined for long. Even with the injury setback, Doncic's conditioning is reportedly in tip-top shape following his well-documented off-season transformation. He shed significant weight through a strict diet and training regimen, which helped him improve his defensive mobility and endurance. However, the wear and tear from his FIBA Eurobasket campaign with Slovenia may have caught up with him. Doncic carried his national team single-handedly to the quarterfinals, logging heavy minutes across several grueling contests just weeks before Lakers training camp began. Cautious optimism. The Lakers have been cautious with his workload early this season, mindful of his past injury history. Last year, while still with the Dallas Mavericks, an overweight Doncic missed nearly 6 weeks and 22 straight games due to a left calf strain, a setback that ultimately accelerated his trade to Los Angeles. For now, the Lakers plan to rest their superstar through next week's slate and reassess once swelling and pain subside. If Doncic's improved fitness and recovery protocols hold, the Lakers could have their franchise centerpiece back sooner than expected, a critical boost for a team navigating early adversity. Dirk Nowitzki predicts Luka Doncic will lead league in scoring this season. Expectations were high for Luka Doncic coming into his first full season with the Los Angeles Lakers. A core component behind this was him getting into the best shape of his career and the solid performances for Slovenia in Eurobasket that followed. On opening night, Doncic set the tone with 43 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. Unfortunately, LA suffered a loss to the Golden State Warriors, but it was clear that the 26-year-old was motivated to put together an MVP-caliber season. On Friday night, the All-NBA guard followed up his 43-point performance with 49 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists to lead LA to its first victory. Seeing these two scoring outputs, Doncic's mentor and close friend Dirk Nowitzki predicted that the Lakers star would lead the NBA in scoring this year, via NBA on Prime. He's been looking incredible the first 2 games. I'm gonna call it now, he's gonna be the top scorer of the league this year. He's gonna lead the league in scoring. What are you gonna do about it? The Minnesota Timberwolves, as showcased last year in the postseason, are a physical team and one of the top defenses in the league. They had nothing for Doncic though, as opposing teams will find themselves in predicaments trying to stop him all season due to his ability to score and pass. With LeBron James expected to miss time due to injury, LA is seeing what it would be like with Doncic solely in charge. Obviously, it is only 2 games, but this is the ceiling of the 5-time All-Star. Parity is a driving point in today's NBA, and multiple players have already dropped 40 or more points so far on the young season. Most of those have been in the Western Conference, so the Lakers need to be able to keep up, and the Slovenian star seems eager to do so. JJ Redick appreciates passion from Lakers fan base. When evaluating fan bases, the Los Angeles Lakers have one of the most polarizing ones in all of sports. The expectation in LA is to compete to championships every year, and JJ Redick is learning that early in his tenure. For a first-time head coach, it is hard to step into an organization like the Lakers due to pressure and outside noise. However, Redick is a competitor, as demonstrated by his 15-year NBA career and first season in LA. Now with Luka Doncic in town, expectations for championships have only skyrocketed, as he is ready to win after making the NBA Finals in 2024. LeBron James' former teammate predicts when he'll announce retirement. Anthony Davis wasn't the only new addition to help the 2019-20 Los Angeles Lakers claim the NBA championship that fateful, pandemic-disrupted season. Beyond general manager Rob Pelinka's blockbuster trade for the eventual 10-time All-Star big man, he also signed 3-and-D wing Danny Green, rim-rolling centers JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. Pelinka also re-signed guards Alex Caruso and Rajon Rondo and swingman Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Those key pieces linked up with incumbent forwards Lakers LeBron James and Kyle Kuzma to form a terrific, defense-first roster that ran roughshod through the postseason. For Green, the 2020 championship marked his 2nd consecutive title. He had won the year before with the Toronto Raptors, and his 3rd championship since 2014 as a starter. Green's first championship, in 14 with the San Antonio Spurs, came at the expense of James' Miami Heat. Green's career has come to a close. But James continues to go strong. For now, the 4-time league MVP, 40, is on an expiring $52.6 million contract with Los Angeles, because he failed to reach an agreement on a new deal over the summer. LeBron James changing value to Los Angeles. As the Lakers pivot towards prioritizing 5-time All-NBA guard Luka Doncic, 14 years James Jr., it's clear the team is navigating the aging superstar's future with caution. Green, for one, doesn't think James will be playing beyond his 24th season, in 2026 to 27. It depends on whether he retires after this year. I think that moment will come either after this year or after next year, his body will let him know, Green said. Missing the start of this season definitely takes a toll on him mentally, and not being able to potentially make an All-NBA team would definitely impact him. LeBron is the type of guy who takes a lot of pride in his availability and his body. When things start happening and he can't be out there on the floor every night, that's when I think the gears will begin turning regarding retirement. At present, James is struggling with a sciatica injury that could keep him sidelined until at least mid-November. As Green notes, James' shot at making a 22nd straight All-NBA squad could be in jeopardy, as he can only afford to miss 17 regular season games to still qualify for that honor. To be an All-Star for the last 21 years is ridiculous. If he starts having injuries this year, though, this may be the last time we see LeBron James, Green said. I think his body will tell him when it's time. But I think he has one more year after this one. NBA coach throws major shade at Lakers roster while praising Luka Doncic's historic start. The Los Angeles Lakers have officially entered their Luka Doncic era after acquiring him last February in one of the most shocking trades in NBA history. Throughout the summer, there was uncertainty about how the Lakers planned to build around him, but one thing was clear: Doncic wants to win now. Doncic being just 26 gives the Lakers a far longer timeline to build a championship contending team, but that doesn't mean they can slow down and take their time. Doncic told Lakers president Rob Pelinka and coach J.J. Redick in May that he's not interested in taking the slow approach in building a contender, CBS Sports' Jasmine Wimbish wrote. Doncic has come out swinging to start the season, scoring over 40 points in each of his first 2 games. He even made history on opening night, though not in the way he would have liked. Luka Doncic is the first player in NBA history to open a season with a 40-point double-double but lose by double digits, OptaStats posted. Despite Doncic's dominance, many around the league remain skeptical of the Lakers' roster construction. In fact, one anonymous NBA assistant coach believes Doncic will need to play at an MVP level every night just to keep the team competitive. Luka is going to have to do what he did every night just to give them a chance, an assistant coach told ESPN. The Lakers looked strong in their blowout win over the Minnesota Timberwolves on Friday. Doncic continues to do his part, but the team has yet to earn widespread respect. If Los Angeles can consistently perform around its superstar, success should follow. The Lakers finished as a top 3 team in the Western Conference last season, so it shouldn't be forgotten how good they were just a year ago. For now, though, they're still fighting to prove themselves in the Doncic era. LeBron James' unusual behavior sparks new Lakers drama. The Los Angeles Lakers opened their 2025-26 NBA campaign with a 119-109 loss to the Golden State Warriors on Tuesday night, but the biggest story wasn't on the court. It was on the bench. LeBron James, sidelined with a sciatic nerve irritation, watched the game from the sidelines in street clothes. The 40-year-old superstar, in his 23rd NBA season, appeared noticeably subdued during timeouts and huddles, a contrast to his usual animated presence. Lakers reporter Jovan Buha noted the shift on his podcast Buha's Block, saying James wasn't as engaged as he typically is when he's out. "Yeah, I mean, I don't want to play armchair psychologist here," Buha said. "But the vibes with that situation have not been the best, I'll say. Just looking at the huddle or the bench, he wasn't as engaged as he typically is when he's out. You just never know when someone's having a bad day, but his body language was not great." LeBron watching closely during recovery. As James continues his recovery from the sciatic issue, an ailment he described earlier this month as stubborn and unpredictable, insiders believe he'll be keeping a close eye on how the Lakers perform without him. LeBron's gonna be watching while he's out, ESPN's Dave McMenamin said on NBA Today earlier this month. If they're struggling, that could lead to the next step. Maybe he's gonna have to go elsewhere to find that winning combination. The Lakers' sluggish start only amplifies the uncertainty surrounding James' future in Los Angeles. He exercised his $52.6 million player option this offseason but did not sign a contract extension, leaving the door open to unrestricted free agency in 2026. LeBron's distance from Lakers offseason raises questions. Adding to the intrigue, ESPN's Shams Charania reported that James was largely uninvolved in the Lakers' front office activities this summer, a sharp contrast to previous offseasons when his influence loomed large over personnel decisions. LeBron James' focus is really just on this season, Charania said in September on ESPN's NBA Today. His future beyond that depends on how this team performs. The one request he's made is that he wants the Lakers to become a title contender. Outside of that, my understanding is he hasn't been involved at all in Lakers operations. He's gonna report for camp, but there haven't been the usual inquiries from LeBron about what's going on. That level of detachment has raised eyebrows across the league, especially given James' integral role in Los Angeles' team-building decisions since his arrival in 2018. Luka Doncic era officially begins in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, the Lakers' pivot to Luka Doncic as the franchise's new focal point has become increasingly clear. The 26-year-old superstar, acquired in a blockbuster trade last year, is now at the center of every major team move. Reports of a private meeting involving Doncic, his business manager Lara Beth Seeger, Lakers president Rob Pelinka, and coach J.J. Redick, notably without James, went viral following the team's first-round playoff exit last season. Doncic later played an active role in recruiting the Lakers' major offseason additions, including former number 1 overall pick DeAndre Ayton and 2022 Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart, signaling a generational handover within the franchise. The team doubled down on that commitment by giving Doncic a 3-year, $165 million contract extension. To celebrate, the Lakers even flew Doncic and select teammates to a Backstreet Boys concert in Las Vegas, his favorite boy band, with LeBron again absent from the festivities. Doncic dropped a 43-point near triple-double performance on opening night, but it was not enough to carry the Lakers without James. What's next for LeBron and the Lakers? The Lakers' season-opening loss underscores a growing question around the organization: what's next for LeBron James? He remains under contract, but his reduced engagement, combined with his health concerns and the team's public embrace of Doncic, has fueled speculation that this could be the beginning of the end of his Lakers tenure. The sciatic nerve injury has no set timetable, though Charania reported that the team is hopeful he could return by mid-November. Until then, James will be watching closely, perhaps not just as a teammate, but as an observer deciding his own next chapter.